You will not rise by accident. Nothing great will ever arrive on your doorstep uninvited. The life you're chasing, it demands something primal, something relentless, something forged in silence and confirmed in pressure. The world is not waiting to hand you permission. It's watching to see if you'll take it without asking. So wake up, not with a yawn, but with fire, not with comfort, but with conviction. The moment your feet hit the floor, you make a declaration. You are not here to be average. You are here to move like you mean it, to speak like you know, and to build like you've already seen the future. The mindset is the seed. What you believe about yourself in silence is what echoes in every action. And if that belief is small, everything you touch will shrink with it. But if that belief is massive, unshakable, then you become the force that bends the world. Confidence isn't noise. It's certainty in motion. And that certainty, it's earned through pain, through discipline, through doing the things most people avoid. Because ease is a drug. It tempts you with softness. It whispers lies like you deserve rest before you've earned exhaustion. But challenge is the truth. Challenge strips away the illusion. It confronts the part of you that wants to hide. And if you're brave enough to stand there naked, without excuses, then growth becomes inevitable. You don't rise by being understood. You rise by being misunderstood and going anyway, by chasing clarity in a fog that others fear to enter. Vision isn't about what's seen. Vision is about what you're willing to chase before it's real. It's about burning bridges to mediocrity and walking barefoot into the storm of your own becoming. And yes, it's supposed to be hard. That's the filter. That's the test. The weight is what gives your movement meaning. Discipline isn't punishment. It's proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. That when it's dark and no one's watching, you still show up. Because the standard is not set by the crowd, it's set by your word. If your promise means nothing to you, then neither will your goals. Look at your habits. They are your character in motion. They are your legacy being written in real time. You don't need more time. You need more intensity, more clarity, more hunger. You need to stop waiting for motivation and start moving with intention. Because your potential is not asleep, it's imprisoned by your inaction. And when it gets difficult, good. When it burns, good. When you're exhausted, mocked, rejected, forgotten, good. Because that's where resilience is carved. Not gifted, not taught, carved. You want strength? Then bleed for it. You want vision? Then walk blind into the unknown until the light finds you. You want purpose? Then suffer with meaning. Choose your pain because life will give it to you either way. Purpose is not found. It's built with sweat, with loss, with lonely mornings and quiet nights, with repetition that breaks your ego and rebuilds your spirit. And if you can keep moving when your mind screams stop, if you can push through when nobody claps, then you will become dangerous. Not to others, but to every excuse that ever kept you small. You are not a product of your past. You are a decision, repeated, reinforced, respected every single day. And when you honor that decision with action, the universe bends. It doesn't favor the lucky. It favors the disciplined, the focused, the obsessed, not those who try, those who become. There's no balance in greatness. There's only sacrifice. And what you're willing to let go of will define what you rise into. Comfort? It's the enemy of evolution. Gratitude? That's the armor. You say thank you not because it's easy, but because the fire is molding you. You appreciate the hard. You love the pressure. You smile at the climb. Because you are not climbing to survive, you're climbing to reign. Rest is not retreat. Rest is reload. But only if you've earned it. Only if your soul is spent, your mind is stretched, and your will is bled across the battlefield of the day. Then and only then you recover like a warrior sharpening his blade, not like a child asking for a break. Life is not fair, but life is honest. It gives to those who demand, not with words, but with work. It gives to those who stay when others quit, who build when others talk, who move when others doubt. You don't need more inspiration. You need ignition. You need to become your own spark. Keep going. You are not done. You are not even close. There will come a time when your strength is questioned not by the world, but by your own reflection. You will look in the mirror and wonder if you still have it in you. That's the moment most fold. That's the moment most compromise. But not you. You weren't made for hollow victories and borrowed dreams. You were made to endure, to overcome, to create. You don't beg for opportunity. You build it from dust, from nothing but belief and the discipline to prove it. Every second you hesitate, someone else is becoming what you were too afraid to pursue. Not because they were more talented, but because they chose movement over overthinking. Because they understood the truth. Clarity is not found in waiting, it is carved in motion. You don't need to know everything. You need to begin. The path reveals itself to the bold, not to the hesitant. And when you face resistance, remember, that's confirmation. Confirmation that you're on the right road. The comfort zone is crowded, but the summit, empty. Not because it's unreachable, but because few have the resolve to suffer that long. It's easy to quit. It's easy to explain. It's easy to lower the bar, but ease never changes you. Comfort never makes you proud, and you will not look back on your life grateful that you rested. You will look back hungry for the days you gave it, everything, the mornings you rose in defiance, the nights you went to war with your weakness. You want to change your life? Change your standard. The level you tolerate is the level you stay. Raise it. Hold it. Bleed for it. Discipline is love in action. When you honor your vision, you honor yourself. And if you can't hold yourself to that line, then every dream becomes a lie told by someone who didn't want it bad enough. Gratitude is not soft. Gratitude is not passive. It's a weapon, a shield, a battle cry that no matter what breaks, you are still here, still standing, still building. You say thank you not just for the good, but for the struggle, for the heartbreak, for the failure, because all of it is teaching you, sharpening you, stretching your limits and revealing new ones. The pain is not the problem, avoiding it is. Flexibility isn't weakness. Adaptation isn't surrender. It's survival. It's precision. It's knowing the goal doesn't change, but the route might. The moment you cling to how it was supposed to look, you lose. Let go of the plan, but never the purpose. Let go of the steps, but never the standard. The ones who make it aren't the ones with perfect conditions. They're the ones who adjust under pressure, pivot in chaos, and move forward when everything screams stop. The ability to recover is what makes you unstoppable. Anyone can go hard for a moment, but few can rise again after the fall. Real strength is revealed not in your wins, but in your wounds. Do you keep showing up when your heart is tired, when your pride is bruised, when nobody believes? Because those are the moments that forge champions. Not the trophies, not the applause, but the silence. The stillness, the isolation where only your fire keeps you moving. And through it all, you must keep learning. You must stay humble, stay hungry. Growth is not a peak, it is a rhythm. The moment you believe you've arrived, you start slipping. Curiosity keeps you sharp. Adaptation keeps you relevant. Egos fall. Students rise. You are not here to prove you know. You are here to master what you haven't even touched yet. Keep evolving or stay forgotten. And yes, the world will doubt you. They'll misunderstand you. They'll criticize your speed, your ambition, your obsession. Let them. Their limits don't belong to you. Their fear is not your foundation. You don't need their approval to live fully. You need your own permission. And once you give it, you don't take it back. You run, you climb, you bleed, you dominate. Because this life, this one chance, it doesn't wait. You are not here to live quietly. You are not here to blend in. You are not here to carry potential to your grave. You are here to wake the world up with action, with resilience, with fire. You are here to stand so firm in your vision that even storms can't move you, that even time respects your urgency, that even failure bows to your consistency. You were not made for halfway. You were not made for mediocrity. You were built for defiance, for courage, for legacy. Not the kind carved on stones, but the kind that lives in the pulse of others long after you're gone. So move like you mean it. Speak like it matters. Live like it's borrowed time, because it is. You want to build a life that outlives you? Then stop living like you have forever. Act like every day matters because it does. Act like every hour counts because it does. There are no do-overs, no rewinds. Every moment you hesitate is a brick removed from the foundation you claim to be building. Every excuse, every distraction, every wasted minute is a theft, and the thief is you. So kill the noise. Silence the world long enough to hear your own conviction. The people talking about you, let them. They talk because they're not walking. They watch because they won't act. But you move. You execute. You breathe differently. You don't explain hunger. You don't apologize for focus. You carry yourself like a weapon, like a storm, like purpose itself wrapped in skin. The days you don't want to show up twice. The days you doubt yourself, get louder, move faster, push harder. Don't let your emotions vote on your future. Don't negotiate with weakness. When your body wants rest, feed it discipline. When your mind wants comfort, remind it of consequence. This is how transformation happens, not in inspiration, but in repetition. Not when it's easy, but when it's heavy. Clarity is not a light, it's a choice. You decide what matters. You declare what stays. You design your reality by what you refuse to accept. Say no to distractions. Say no to comfort. Say no to anything that pulls you away from the life you're building. The world doesn't owe you focus, you owe it to yourself. Build walls around your vision. Guard it like it's the only thing that keeps you breathing, because it is. And don't just work. Win. Dominate. Set the bar so high even your past self can't reach it. Be so locked in that you make ordinary people uncomfortable. Be so obsessed that they call you crazy, because average minds always doubt greatness. They want you to slow down, shrink, compromise. Don't. Rise. Offend them with your work ethic. Disrupt them with your commitment. Make your success undeniable, even to those who hoped you'd fail. There is a different type of peace that comes from discipline. A silence in your spirit that doesn't need applause. A calm that comes from knowing you've done the hard things. That when it was ugly, you stayed. That when it was unfair, you moved anyway. That when no one understood, you didn't bend. That peace, it's earned. And it becomes your power. Because when you walk through fire and come out unburned, the world notices. Not because you said anything, but because you became someone. Because your energy shifts rooms. Because your name becomes synonymous with grit, with precision, with impact. That's the legacy. That's the reward. To be remembered not for what you had, but for who you became. So tighten your focus. Sharpen your routine. Build systems that outlast motivation. Wake up with precision. Move with authority. Speak like every word creates a future. And work like someone out there is praying for the very thing you're wasting. You are not here to survive the week. You are here to dominate the season. To turn decades into days. To compress time with intensity. To use your mornings like weapons and your nights like recalibration chambers. And when you fall, because you will fall like a warrior, fall forward. Get up bloody, get up smarter, get up faster, and move again. Don't chase balance. Chase effectiveness. Don't chase praise. Chase proof. Don't chase motivation. Chase the man or woman you swore you would become, the one that doesn't flinch under pressure. The one who bends but never breaks. The one who took every hit and still chose to rise. You can have comfort, or you can have greatness. Not both. You can please people, or you can fulfill your mission. Not both. You can talk, or you can do. Not both. This is the line in the sand. This is the pivot point. This is where your story either turns or ends. This is the moment you stop looking outside for strength and realize it's always been you. That voice inside, that whisper of more, that feeling that you were built for something greater. It's not a lie. It's not a dream. It's a call. Answer it. You don't get to a higher level by doing what's easy. You rise by doing what's required, even when it breaks you open. You want more, then earn more. Not with noise, but with consistency. Not with hopes, but with discipline that shows up whether it's raining, whether it's quiet, whether it hurts. Because the truth is, you only get one shot, one name, one legacy. And if you sleep on it, it sleeps forever. This world isn't interested in what you almost did. It won't reward potential left unused. It won't applaud intentions, only outcomes, only fire. Only the proof of who you've become when comfort was the easy way out. So ask yourself, are you building a life that commands respect or just a life that avoids pain? You weren't made to live at half power. You weren't made to tiptoe. You were built to stretch the limits, to crush expectations, to burn through fear like it's fuel. That dream inside you, that picture you can't stop seeing, it's not random, it's not fantasy, it's your soul telling you where to aim. And when you stop ignoring it, when you start moving toward it with every cell in your body, that's when the world starts to shift. Do not wait for signs, for applause, for approval. Do not wait for the moment to feel right. You make it right, with action, with presence, with certainty. The ones who break through are not the ones who got lucky. They're the ones who decided to cut the rope, to burn the safety net, to bet everything on themselves, not once every day. And when doubt knocks, answer with discipline. When fear shows up, crush it with preparation. When chaos comes, let it find you calm, ready, precise. You are not here to flinch. You are here to command, to direct, to execute, to outlast, to outwork, to overcome. Because what's chasing you is real regret, mediocrity, wasted time. But what's in front of you is more powerful purpose, freedom, impact. Your time is not later. It's not someday. It's now. The battlefield is now. Your habits are the armor, your discipline is the sword, and your vision, that's the war map. You don't need motivation. You need to remember who you are, what you've survived, what you're building, and why the world doesn't get to tell you how far you'll go. So move with intensity. Speak like you've already earned it. Walk like destiny is catching up. Your actions are louder than any speech, louder than any post, louder than any promise. People don't believe what you say, they believe what you repeat. So if you want them to see you different, become different. If you want them to respect your grind, let your grind be louder than your mouth. Most people are addicted to easy, to validation, to looking like they're doing something instead of actually becoming someone. Don't join them. Leave them behind. Let them laugh. Let them mock. You don't need their echo. You have your own voice. Use it. Use it through action, through progress, through sacrifice. Let the work speak volumes they'll never understand. And yes, it will get heavy. It will get lonely. That's how you know it's real. You don't get to rewrite your life by copying others. You become a leader by doing what no one around you is willing to do. They'll doubt you until they can't. They'll ignore you until they need your blueprint. They'll criticize you until your results become their instruction manual. You don't owe the world softness. You owe it greatness. You owe it presence. You owe it a version of yourself that does not fold under fire. Because when it's all said and done, the only thing that matters is whether you lived like it counted, whether you pushed when it was easier to coast, whether you moved like time was running out because it is. This is your shot. This is your fight. And the way you walk through the fire becomes the story they'll never forget. You will be remembered not for what you had, but for what you did when everything said you couldn't. When the odds stacked up, when the voices got loud, and the failures circled like vultures. That's where the story is written, not in your comfort, not in your wins, but in your refusal to stay down. You were not born to exist. You were born to erupt, to break through every wall they said couldn't be moved, to carry a standard so high it cuts through mediocrity like a blade. Stop looking for signs. You are the signal. You are the warning. You are the shift. And if the world isn't ready, good. Make them watch, make them listen, make them adjust to the gravity you bring into every room. This isn't motivation. This is a rebirth, a demand to stand up taller, sharper, louder. You want to lead? Then bleed. You want power? Then sacrifice. You want peace? Then conquer your inner war. Don't just work harder, work truer, with precision, with depth, with an obsession that outlives your fear. This world bends to clarity. It bows to execution. And it remembers those who burn brighter than the voices that told them to dim down. The path isn't crowded because it requires more than most are willing to give. It requires you to be exact, to be relentless, to say no to 99 things so that one thing can live. So keep climbing. With cracked hands, with a bruised spirit, with tired eyes that still see the finish line, you don't slow down because it hurts you, accelerate because you've come too far. You've bled too much. You've sacrificed too many hours to turn soft now. Pain isn't a reason to stop, it's a reason to go deeper. There is no comfort in greatness, no rest in purpose. There is only the next rep, the next page, the next step forward when everything in you wants to freeze. But not you. You are not like them. You were never supposed to blend in. You were never supposed to shrink to fit their fear. You were made to expand, to explode, to redefine what's possible not just for you, but for every eye watching, every soul needing proof that it can be done. Because somewhere, right now, someone is starving for belief, and they don't need another speech. They need to see it. In you, in your consistency, in your integrity, in your unwillingness to fold. So raise your standard. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, today. When it's quiet, when no one's clapping, when the war is internal, that's where leaders are made. That's where history is written not in the spotlight, but in the shadows of your own decisions. And when you rise, because you will rise loud, rise hard, rise like every cell in your body remembers what it took to get here. Let them see the scars. Let them feel the heat. Let your presence become a reminder that greatness is not handed out. It is taken, it is earned, it is bled for. This is your life, your time, your moment. You either use it or you watch it burn away while whispering what could have been. Move like it matters, because it does. Act like you're called, because you are. Live like you're leaving a mark, because you must. Now go. Build what they said was impossible. And never, ever lower your fire.